Hi and welcome back to my channel. Today I'm doing a general reading for someone. We just want to see what is coming up for him. So I've done a reading for this person before and some interesting things came up. I remember there was a bit of a love situation and then there was also a message about a legal issue that came up. But it did say that whatever legal issue there was, it would work out in the person's favor. So we just want to see if anything about that comes up, but we're not going to be too specific because this is just like a follow-up reading. I think I did that reading like 1 or 2 months ago, so we just want to see what is going on at the moment, what has changed, what is the same. If there's anything new coming in, we will have a look. So the person I'm doing the reading for is a Libra. And he had a birthday not that long ago, so happy birthday to you, although I did wish you on Facebook already. And we are just going to shuffle and see what comes up. As I always say, I'm just a messenger, so don't shoot the messenger. I normally give mostly good news. If there's something more negative, I try to look at it from a positive perspective. But generally it shows me options and it shows me ways of working through things. You know, every problem really does have a solution, even if you can't see the solution at the time. So King of Swords, that is you, that is your card, because swords are air, swords are connected to air. So Gemini, Libra or Aquarius. We will just see when I'm clarifying the cards, we'll see what message there is regarding this card, but that is the Libra card. As always, I'll be selecting 9 cards in part 1, and then in part 2 I will be clarifying the 9 cards. The Chariot, that is the card of Cancer, of Cancerian. So the Chariot speaks about a vehicle. The literal meaning of this card is that it is a reference to a vehicle or a car or a mode of transport. But then a little bit more indirectly, it also is a reference to travel and movement. So you could be thinking of buying a new vehicle. You could be thinking of going on vacation or traveling. Something to do with forward movement and progression. It could also mean a relationship or a work situation or something like that where there's progress. We will see in part 2 what it is referring to. Actually, the first 3 cards normally speak a bit more about the recent past. And I do know that you guys went away for a short break for your wife's birthday and your birthday. So perhaps that is what it's referring to. We will see. 2 cards wanted to come out here. Alright, the 7 of Cups with Temperance. That is interesting that these 2 came out together. So Temperance is the card of Sagittarius, but then it also speaks about balance and stability. It also speaks about moderation. So with the 7 of Cups, it is telling me that there's something to do with someone having a lot of different options, having a lot of different choices, and they may be trying to find stability. It could also mean that you're feeling very overwhelmed. You have a lot going on because this person doesn't really know how to prioritize. You see, they have 7 things needing their attention, 7 things or 7 different people, and they're kind of struggling to maintain balance in their everyday life. This could be you. It's like you're busy with a lot of different things, you have a lot on your plate, and you're struggling to find balance and stability. And that's interesting because then Libra is also all about balance, right? With the scales. And here you actually do see the 2 scales. You see a reference to the 2 scales with the 2 cups there. Interesting. Alright, there's the Empress, which is the card of Taurus. So you could be dealing somehow with a Taurus person, possibly a female, but not necessarily. Again, this card speaks about progress and something growing. It often speaks about a literal pregnancy, but if it is not this in your case, then it's speaking about feelings and affection for someone growing. Alright, so someone's feelings and affections are growing towards another person. Okay. Oh my word, 3 cards just flew out. The Emperor reversed, the Sun and the 9 of Pentacles reversed. Okay, so when I normally do a general reading or a specific reading, if I say I'm pulling 9 cards, the general idea is to pull 9 cards, a minimum of 9 cards. But if more of them come out, then that's fine. It's just a bonus for you. I don't control what comes out. I really do not. As I said, I'm just a messenger. And ultimately, you have the ability to change the course of things to an extent. Because if something is fated, then I feel like your control over it is limited. But if there's some control over it, or if there's some way that you can change it, then, you know, you ultimately can change things. It's not like it's set in stone. So the Emperor is in reverse here with the Sun and with the 9 of Pentacles. So it's a message about perhaps someone being in a high position, someone being like a CEO type, or even someone being an employer, someone in a position of authority, maybe in a workplace. It's in reverse, and it comes with the Sun, which is the card of happiness and joy. But then the 9 of Pentacles reversed speaks about peace of mind. So just give me a second to think quickly. It's like when the Emperor is in reversed, it's normally telling me that you don't have a good relationship with a boss or someone who's in a higher position. It also can speak about self-employment if you're self-employed. But if it's in reverse, it's normally that something is a bit wonky. Like it hasn't been going as well as you had hoped. And something is messing with your peace of mind here. So I don't know if this is a situation where someone maybe hasn't had the best of luck with their boss and they felt like maybe moving away from that to be on their own. Maybe you had this brainwave of happiness, of how you can achieve happiness by moving away from this individual. And the Emperor is the card of Aries, so just keep that in mind. As I said, it can speak about self-employment, but there's some situation where something is messing with your peace of mind, or something is not giving you peace of mind, and you want peace of mind, so you're going to chase that happiness with the Sun. Let's get 3 more cards out for you. Alright, yes, this is what I was seeing, funny enough, 6 of Wands reversed. In a way, it also speaks about peace of mind, but it's something to do with someone's title and their position. So when this card is in the upright position, it speaks about someone who is celebrated for who they are. Someone is recognized for their talent or their hard work. Someone is really receiving recognition. Someone has a bit of a name or a title, or they are in the public eye, they're a public figure of some kind. But it's in reverse, so it's telling me that you're not appreciated. Your efforts are not seen or recognized in a certain situation. Could be a work situation, or it could be a relationship. But I'm seeing 2 cards that are very similar here, actually 3. With that Emperor being in reverse, and then this 9 of Pentacles being in reverse, with the 6 of Wands in reverse. It's like there's a message of someone who doesn't feel very valued and appreciated. Okay, you have another number 7. So if I were you, I would look up the spiritual meaning of the number 7. I know from what I can think of off the top of my head, it's a reference to your higher guides and spiritual teachers. So it's like your guardian angels and your spirit guides are trying to communicate with you, from what I can remember. So the 7 of Pentacles speaks about someone being a little bit impatient, perhaps. They planted a seed and they're waiting for it to grow. You've started a project, or you're still maybe planning on starting it, but maybe you have an idea at the back of your head. It's like in its very early stages, but you've sort of planted the seed and you're waiting for the efforts to start showing. But I feel like it will take some time, whatever this is. You will need a bit more patience, especially with the number 7. I feel like 7 weeks, 7 months from now, that's when you really will start seeing results. It is just too soon at the moment. But whatever it is obviously a great idea. It's something that you think will bring you a lot of happiness with that Sun card. And then 2 of Wands here, it's in reverse. But it speaks about someone who's thinking about someone who's at a distance from them. Or they're thinking of expanding something internationally. This has something to do with connection, communication, more than one person being involved with the 2 there. But then the person is holding the globe in his hand. So perhaps if this is you thinking of expanding a business globally, then that's what it's referencing to, or that's what it's referring to. It could also mean that since it's in reverse, it's not unexpected as such, but it's not in your immediate energy. So maybe in the near future you will consider expanding your horizons, broadening your horizons, and try to expand a business globally, if that makes sense. That's normally what that card speaks about. Wow, but at the bottom of the deck here, there is the 6 of Cups. So I was thinking that the whole reading so far has been speaking predominantly about finances and work. And then this card pops up, which is the soulmate card. But I'm feeling like it also can refer to your past and your memories. It speaks about your childhood and nostalgia. And it could mean that maybe something happened to you in your childhood and you're trying to work through it somehow in your career, if that makes sense. I'm saying like you're looking at your kids and you're thinking, I don't want my kids to grow up the way I grew up. That kind of thing. Like I want my kids to have a great life. Because perhaps during your time, your childhood, times were tough. And that is what has triggered this whole childhood memory for you. You're looking back, thinking about the past, reminiscing about something that happened long ago. And we will see if we can get more information on that. However, at the bottom, like underneath that card, there is the 8 of Wands, which is the card about fast incoming communication. Okay, I have to stop this reading right there because it is going over the 14-minute mark. Please stay tuned for part 2.